To COVID-19 next, as cases continue to rise in the province. Some say there's more questions than answers as to how to navigate this latest wave because of the limited data tracking the Omicron subvariant. Here with advice on how the community can help blunt this wave is the director of Ontario's COVID-19 Science Advisory Table, Dr. Peter Jüni. Dr. Jüni, thanks so much for joining us this morning. First off, I wanted to ask you, last week you were saying that according to wastewater estimations, it looks like we have about 100 to 120,000 cases per day. And we've seen even this past weekend so many gatherings at sports venues and so on. What do you think people should do when it comes to these social behaviors? Because the messaging from the province is get back to normal.
Yeah, I think the messaging is the problem now. We don't have clear communication. Yes, the mask mandates were lifted, but no, you cannot go back to normal. We continue to strongly recommend masks. So when you ask me how to navigate that, it's very simple. Mask up and get vaccinated if you should get your third or fourth dose, or if you haven't had any vaccines yet. It's as simple as that. And if you want to go a bit further, you just avoid crowded indoor spaces.
When it comes to mask mandates, do you think that that mandate should be brought back into place?
Look, I can't, it's very difficult, so the horse is out of the barn now, and at least we would need strong recommendations. Considering the situation we are heading to, it would probably be, just reasonable to at least discuss this. The point is not only what we will see in our healthcare system once more. It could well be that we will be at the same level as during the last wave. We're currently still working on modeling. It was very challenging, to calibrate that optimally, etc. But there's the other problem, which is that healthcare workers are already knocked out by COVID themselves right now, and it will get worse.
Now, we talk about hospitalizations, frontline workers, and so on. We've seen hospitalizations just gradually ticking up now, and then we've seen a 40% increase week over week at one point. With ICU numbers, it looks as if it's staying within the same range over the last few weeks. Although there are increases, are you concerned about hospitalizations being something that will overrun these facilities?
So hospitalizations, for sure. We also see that in other countries. ICU, we will see how it goes. They will follow the hospitalizations. That's for sure the case. And it could go up at least as, where we were. So we're not talking perhaps about the 900 or so that we had in previous waves, but it could still be really straining. Why? Again, because the workers will reflect community transmission, which is very high, meaning you don't have enough ICU staff. So there's no way, we can ramp up ICU beds. So we need to work with what we have, and it will be very challenging because of the staff.
Now, there have been some concerns about rapid tests and their accuracy, whether they're accurately predicting that you have COVID-19 if you're vaccinated, if it's picking up that result. Also, is it accurate enough when it comes to detecting the subvariant of Omicron? Do you have any concerns about rapid tests?
So it depends on what this is about. When it's about just believing the rapid test, when it's positive, that's very straightforward. Just believe it, period. We have so much COVID right now in the province that the positive test is actually true. But the point is now, if it's negative, we first don't know in any case, even with the traditional Omicron, BA1, it seems like an eternity ago, even though it was just a few months. We don't know how good the performance is, and we don't know yet how it is about BA2. So you need to sample properly, mouth, throat, and nose, and you will need to repeat it 2 or 3 times. We just have, our daughter, for instance, here, who was symptomatic. She still tests negative. It could still be COVID, and we keep repeating the test.
Okay, so that's interesting that you say that mouth, throat, and nose to do swabbing of all 3 in order to improve the accuracy there. We're just getting word as well, Dr. Jüni, that it looks like Dr. Kieran Moore is going to be holding a news conference today at 1 o'clock at Queen's Park, just providing an update on how we're managing COVID-19 as well as expanding the access to antivirals. It's going to be the first news conference from Dr. Moore in over 4 weeks. Your thoughts on that? Do you think that there is going to be, or can you tell us if there's anything that is going to be substantial coming out of this update later today?
I don't know, honestly not, what will be coming.
Nothing. And has the advisory committee provided any further information to Dr. Kieran Moore or to the province that may, ramp up whether it's mandates or whether it's changing of messaging? Has that been a suggestion that's been made to them?
Yeah, we have worked on that, and we also have circulated a version already of our projections, and we continuously work on it and expand on it just right now. Basically, I was busy over the weekend exactly with this.
Okay, and we know that you, of course, are leaving the advisory table very soon. Your last day with the table and as chair of the table. Can you elaborate on that?
It's not quite clear because we're in a crisis right now when I will, step down as director relatively soon. Perhaps after Easter. I will probably stay on the table. That's currently the concept as a member until probably end of May, and we will be leaving the country end of June.
All right. All right. Well, thank you very much for the work that you've done here, Dr. Jüni. I'm sure we'll chat with you before you do head out there. It is 7:12 here on BT. Again, Dr. Peter Jüni joining us live here on Breakfast Television. We're going to send things over to Mel and Sid next.